I wanted to have some pictures so I could show them to my grandchildren and say, hey, look, that's how your granny was looking like in your age. Hey guys, in the video of today I'm telling you the story how it comes that I work as a model. And oh, that still sounds weird to me. I can say that 100 times, but it's not getting better. And about my favorite model job in South Tyrol, Margriet. Since I'm 4 years old, I'm exercising the classical ballet, and because of that I had many stage performances. I love to act, I love to play different roles, and so I'm kind of used to performing in front of an audience. So, but back to the story. I have a few tattoos, as you can see, and my whole back is also tattooed. And after it got finished, I wanted to have some pictures so I could show them to my grandchildren and say, hey, look, that's how your granny was looking like in your age. And so I was asking the friend of mine who did some photos if we could shoot. We made some pictures of these tattoos and we combined it with the classical ballet. So here's the first picture ever made of me. And he asked me if he can upload that at the internet, and I said, of course, why not? My face is not shown, so you can use it for anything you want. It just took a few days and a company was asking him if they could have my contact data because they want to make a commercial with my back. And I thought, hey, cool, this is great, why not? So we made these commercials and I thought that was so much fun. And you get money for that. I was shooting a lot just to get used to it, to experience myself in taking those pictures or in this model stuff. And yeah, those fun requests went into professional requests. And then I got to know a photographer who is a friend of mine now, and he is just a wonderful photographer. He takes only black and white pictures with available light and no retouch on that stuff. And of course it's a matter of what you like or what you prefer. I also love those pics who are totally retouched and your skin and everything looks just perfect. So we met 2 years before and we made some pictures. Here they are. After that we were shooting a few times and we got friends. He is one of the most sarcastic people I know and I really enjoy just spending my time with him. And of course I love those pictures. Some of them are hanging on the walls in my mom's house because she also loves this style of black and white photography. Yeah, working with him is really fun because of his sense of humor and we have a nice connection. We're always laughing. Even working with him is kind of different because this is just variable light and everything is done with the camera sets. It can take a few minutes until we have the perfect light set, and the shadows and everything in my face is like needed to be discussed in detail. So it's always like he says, Julia, just stand up over here, and then I'm just standing over here, and he said like, oh, face down, like blah, 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 blah. I don't want to bother you with too many details. So there is a workshop which is in Margriet, Bolzano, next to Bolzano in South Tyrol, and Ralph was asked if he wants to give a workshop and he needed a model, so that was me. So I was traveling with the bus from Stuttgart to Zurich, and I'll never do that again. There were so many people like smelly and having smelly feet, and the air condition said, oh no, today I don't want to work. And after 4 hours, I arrived in Zurich. We were just grabbing some photograph stuff and driving down to Margrethe. It took us 6 hours, more than 6 hours, and as we arrived, we were sitting on the terrace on the balcony, and he always prefers to drink Aperol, and because we're in Italy, I love to drink this limoncello, which is an alcoholic drink with lemon inside. Really tasty. I don't want to make commercials for alcohol, but that's really tasty. Because we're both very early birds, we were waking up at 5:30 a.m. and starting with a breakfast. And the best thing you could do if you're waking up at that time is just having breakfast while watching the sunrise. Something really beautiful. After that, we were just walking around and we're looking out for some nice locations where we could shoot. So we were walking around and went to a restaurant next to Margrethe, had a few drinks and took some pictures. And on the next day we wanted to prepare our workshop. His workshop is about black and white photography, of course. He's just taking black and white pictures. Our apartment is directly next to the winery. This is the location where the workshop starts. And so we wanted to prepare our workshops. We were walking into this lagere, that's the name of, and I can show you some pictures soon because the atmosphere over there is just amazing. The next time I will be there this year too, and I'm thinking of taking the camera with me so I can show you it live. This is my favorite workshop because you're located at the best place you can be, in the middle of mountains, vineyards. You have wonderful restaurant next to the lagere, great pasta and wine, and the concept of this workshop is just great. You as a participant, you can choose which workshops you want to take part in, and every day, it lasts for 3 days, and every day there are two workshops in the morning and in the afternoon, and you can choose yourself which content you want to learn. And if it depends more on the architecture, on portraits, like working with people and all that stuff. Of course, I work as a model, so those participants can take pictures of me, but we also show them how to create an idea and how to have those presets on the camera and all this stuff around. On the next day, on Wednesday, the participants were arriving and we had a wonderful evening with welcome drinks, welcome food, and introducing ourselves and talking about the content that we want to deliver the next days. And of course, it's always like getting to know each other, which was really enjoying time. So on the next day we started with our workshop, and here I present you some more pics. My part is also to help photographers communicate with their models, because you always have persons who are more introverted, and yeah, there are so many tips and tricks that you can think of. And of course the communication depends on your model as well. If you want, and I'm talking about model, not just having someone paid doing these jobs, you can also photograph your sister, your family, the neighbors, and all that around. I mean, my favorite model, because I also love to take pictures or be behind the scene in the camera, is my baby dog, Sammy. Okay, he's more than 10 years old now, but I still call him baby dog. Usually I'm not working on too many workshops because I prefer working the one-to-one and not having too many photographers around, and you're like, you don't know where to focus. This is nothing I'd like to do. And you need to imagine that in this courtyard there is a clothesline which we hang up so the people can print their pics directly and hang them up on this line, which is really nice. You're just walking around and you can see the results of the days. So we spent the next days with this really creative atmosphere and had a lot of fun. And then it was also time to say goodbye. Because of Margriet is directly located to Bolzano, and in Bolzano is something really special to me. I asked him if we can have a quick visit. Quick visit in Burg Wad, because my family and me, we spent a lot of vacations many years ago at that place, and I wanted to see that once again. So it was really nice. We were walking around and I was talking to the owner and told her how our families, how our life was changing since we've been the last time in Bolzano. Yeah, and then we were just driving home again. So much for today. Bye.